Hey, what is going on, guys? In this video today, we're going to be going over how to abuse aim assist in Fortnite Chapter 2 Season 4. And man, when I hopped on at like 8 AM when the season was just released, I didn't think I was going to be able to make this video because aim assist was totally non-existent. Luckily though, that ended up just being a glitch that Fortnite fixed within a few hours, so we're good to go. But speaking of the new season, I legitimately feel like this one contained the most weapon changes that we've ever seen in a single update since Chapter 1, and that obviously is going to affect abusing aim assist pretty heavily. Overall though, I unfortunately don't think that this season is going to be a great one for controller players like the last two have been, and we'll get into more detail about why that's the case throughout this video. So without further ado, let's get right into it. Alright, so the first weapon category that underwent some pretty massive changes is arguably the most important one for abusing aim assist with, the SMGs. So right off the bat, the regular SMG was vaulted, the rapid fire SMG was vaulted, and the tactical SMG was unvaulted. So as of right now, the only two SMGs in the game are the suppressed SMG, which survived all the vaults, and like I just said, the TAC SMG. Now, if you haven't really used it yet, you may be thinking, I guess it sucks that the regular and rapid fire SMGs are gone, but hey, we got the TAC SMG, and that thing has always been super OP. And in the past, that definitely was true. The TAC SMG had a super high fire rate, did a good amount of damage per shot, and had a pretty large clip size, so it was basically the perfect weapon for barrel stuffing and abusing aim assist with. Unfortunately though, Epic nerfed all rarities of the TAC SMG before re-adding it, and they didn't just sort of nerf it, they basically totally obliterated it. First off, they nerfed the fire rate from 13 shots per second to 9 shots per second, so it now shoots about 30% slower, which is obviously pretty massive. And as if that wasn't enough, they also decided to go one step further and decrease the magazine size from 35 bullets to 25. You'd think that if they did both those things, they'd maybe give us some kind of a damage boost to help a little, but nope, nothing like that at all. So what was once a pretty overpowered weapon as a whole, now is barely even usable. I guess it's still an SMG at the end of the day, so it isn't the worst option in close range fights, and just know that if you do use it, you really need to be in barrel stuff range for it to be any amount effective. Yes, they did nerf the rate of fire, so it's a bit easier to control outside of point blank range, but the bloom on it is still really crazy, and the range in general is still bad, so it's basically barrel stuff or bust. The other SMG in the game is the suppressed SMG, and since it's been in Fortnite for a while now, I won't talk too much about it, but overnight it's basically gone from the worst choice in the SMG category to the best. What's interesting about the suppressed SMG is that you want to use it in a very different way than you use the TAC. Sure, if you barrel stuff a guy with the suppressed, it'll definitely get the job done, but that isn't really its biggest strength. It's one of the only weapons in all of Fortnite that's at its best at around the 10 to 15 meter range. And since it's really the only weapon in the game right now like that, if you can get in that spot when fighting someone, you're going to be at a pretty massive advantage. You're too far away to get hit for any meaningful amount by a shotgun, the TAC SMG certainly isn't going to do anything to you, and even though ARs are the second best bet here, it's still really awkward to use them at that range because of how much they restrict your mobility. So I personally believe that the suppressed SMG is better than the TAC, however, the way you abuse aim assist with it is very different than what you do with pretty much every other SMG in the game. The next weapon category we gotta talk about are the shotguns. Much like with the SMGs, the available options for shotguns look much different now than they did even just 72 hours ago. The charged shotgun stayed in the game, the TAC shotgun was removed, and then the pump and the combat were both re-added. Now, I'll go into a lot more detail about how to use each of these weapons in a future video, but what you need to know for this one is that it really isn't possible to abuse aim assist with any of these shotguns. Even though the tac was pretty terrible last season, I know that a lot of controller players still like to use it because you could barrel stuff with it. You would get right into your enemy's body, put the crosshair on them, and then just sort of let aim assist guide your shots while you spammed R2/right trigger. With the pump and the charge, that really isn't possible at all because those weapons have such a slow rate of fire, and even though it feels like it should be possible with the combat because it actually fires pretty quickly, it really isn't because of its incredibly small crosshair. With how small it is compared to the other shotguns in the game, it's just too hard to track an enemy at point blank range who jumps or strafes, which is what most people do. So like I said earlier, SMGs are a lot worse now, and there isn't a single shotgun in the game that you can truly abuse aim assist with, so that's the basis of why I think controller took a major hit this season. The final weapon category that we need to discuss in this video are the ARs, and unlike with the SMGs and shotguns, this weapon category as a whole mostly remained fairly similar to how it was before the beginning of the season. No balance changes at all, and the ARs that are currently available are the regular ARs, the SCARs, the AUGs, the scoped ARs, which haven't been in the game for a while, and then there's also the new Stark Industry Energy Rifle, which I'd personally consider an AR. Now, I don't think I need to say too much about the old ARs. They've been around forever, so pretty much everybody should be comfortable using aim assist with them by now. For the fully auto ARs, you basically want to stay ADS the entire time while shooting if the enemy's at close or medium range, but then if the enemy's at long range, if you have a lower rarity AR especially, you may want to single shot tap fire it while alternating between ADSing and un-ADSing, because what that does is it resets your bloom and also your first shot accuracy, and that obviously makes it a lot easier to hit shots from that far away. With the AUG, it's really good no matter how you use it, but now that it's a 2-shot burst weapon instead of a 3-shot burst weapon, there's really no reason to ADS spam with it anymore because it has way less bloom now. The Stark Industries Energy Rifle is actually a really interesting one. This is the weapon that you get whenever you kill a bot at one of the jet crash sites throughout the map, and if you haven't used it before, it's basically a cross between an AR and an SMG. If you ADS with it and shoot normally, it fires relatively slow, similar to like the old infantry rifles, and the really interesting thing is at the speed it fires, even if you just hold down the trigger and stay ADS the entire time, every single shot you fire will be with first shot accuracy as long as you stay relatively still. But then if you aren't ADSing, it definitely doesn't fire quite as fast as an SMG, but it's pretty close. So it's great for dealing high damage AR shots at medium to long range, and then you can even abuse aim assist with it at close range by barrel stuffing. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you watched the entire thing, be sure to let me know with a comment down the comment section below. What are your general thoughts on any of the weapon changes that we got for Season 4? Be sure to leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe, turn on post notifications, do whatever the heck you want, and I will catch you guys next time.